Hello everybody and welcome back to our non-book reader review for Season 2 of The Wheel of Time. Today we are going to be looking at episodes 4 and 5. That's right, we're over halfway through the series. How are you feeling about that? Are you upset?
Yeah, I'm surprised it's halfway actually.
Doesn't feel like it's been very long, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's happened quite quickly.
Only 3 episodes left. So diving straight into episode 4, what were some of your favourite bits from this episode?
I liked all the wolf stuff actually.
Perrin's storyline growing on you.
Yeah, in this episode I thought the wolves were really cute. I loved when Hopper revealed his name to Perrin.
Interesting that you enjoyed the wolf section with Perrin, because that was actually one of my least favourite moments from the episode. That scene where Elyas and Perrin are talking looks like it was filmed in some sort of nature reserve. Like they're supposed to be on the run, but they're just trotting down this very pristine path. Surely when you're trying not to be followed, you want to be off the beaten track, but that track was very beaten. And I get that you liked it because they were cute, but to me the wolves are a little too cute. It just seems a little anticlimactic when you hear these guttural growls and you see these dark CGI shapes jumping in front of camera and people screaming, and then it just cuts to these adorable little wolves lapping up fake blood. They're just too cute for me.
The other moment I really liked was between Moiraine and her sister. I think that whole exchange was really interesting and quite fun, especially when the sister kind of put Moiraine in her place, saying that her eyes and ears are now the sister's eyes and ears.
Yeah.
I really liked that moment.
And what were some of your least favourite moments from episode 4?
The biggest one was Lan moping around.
You didn't enjoy the scene that just opened with him pissing up against a tree?
Not particularly, no.
I'm just imagining the writers in the writers' room. We really need to come up with a more interesting way to start this scene. So they're I want to say barking up the wrong tree, but they're pissing up the wrong tree there.
Yeah, it just didn't make the most exciting of viewing, watching him wallowing around with the other warders.
And of course, after her absence in episode 3, Moiraine is back. What is your Moiraine moment of the week for episode 4?
I did love her interaction with her sister, but I think it has to be her popping out in the bedroom and attacking Lanfear. Pretty epic moment.
Moiraine definitely winning prizes there for best cock blocking, I think.
Yeah, but she was saving his life.
True. Sometimes you got a cock block for... I don't know where I'm going with this. Sometimes you got a cock block for the greater good.
Shut it!
So, moving on to episode 5, what were some of your highlights from the most recent episode?
So this was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. I loved all things Seanchan, especially when we got to see Suroth.
Yes.
Coming before their big boss man. Oh, I just love the costume and everything with her fingernails getting cut off. I still don't really get those. Are they real fingernails? Are they prosthetics stuck on? I want to know.
Honestly, all Caitlin is doing while watching these scenes is asking about the fingernails. Please let us know in the comments the specifics of that element of the lore, because I've forgotten. And what, if anything, did you not enjoy from this pretty great episode?
Yeah, there's not much to choose from. And I feel like I'm always kind of being a bit of a Debbie Downer about Perrin. I guess I found that storyline a little bit boring. I mean, now that the Seanchan are in the picture, I find the White Cloaks, they're old news. They don't excite me anymore.
You weren't excited to see Eamon Valder back?
Not particularly. It was nice to have a little recall back from season 1. But yeah, he doesn't feel as threatening anymore, or as interesting, I'd say.
The Seanchan have just come out and blown everybody else out of the water.
I think so. That being said, I did like the introduction of Avienda. The fight scene was very cool. Part of me did feel like it seemed unrealistic that they could take on all these men with weapons when they had none. But I know that Elyas was supposed to be very good fighters, but I don't know, that didn't sit quite right with me. But I did love that moment where she pulled up her snood and said Perrin, do you like to dance? That was a really badass moment, so that was very cool.
Was there anything else from episode 5 that didn't sit right with you?
I was a little disappointed that Liandrin has turned out to be a dark friend. It just feels a little bit obvious to me, and I was hoping that she would be a bit more of a morally grey area character who is clearly not supposed to be particularly likeable, but has layers and you can kind of understand where they're coming from. I kind of wanted her to be more of an unlikable good character. A bit like Snape in the end.
Okay.
In Harry Potter. Although she did allow the girls to escape to some degree by releasing those bonds.
Do you think her actions were more out of a desire to help the girls out or as sort of a middle finger to Lady Suroth?
My initial thoughts were that she was possibly going to use the girls to end Suroth.
That she's like intentionally planted Egwene and Nynaeve there to bring about the end of the Seanchan.
Yeah, as if she knows they're powerful enough to do that and therefore doesn't really foresee them in danger or getting killed.
Okay, playing the long game, Liandrin.
Yeah, maybe.
And now what we're all dying to know, your Moraine moment of the week for episode 5.
So I've got 2.
2? I'm not sure that's how this segment works.
I really enjoyed the chase from Lanfear and that she's looking after Rand. She's the one guiding him. The other Moraine moment I really liked was seeing her interact with her nephew.
Okay.
I think you could really see kind of a softness there, a bit more of a human side. And I like that because we don't actually see that very much from Moraine. And also just getting a bit more information about her backstory, her family. I like that as well. And now I think it's time that you give us your top cinematography moments for episode 4 and 5.
So for episode 4, I'm picking the scene where we see Min's viewings. I just really liked how the whole sequence kind of felt otherworldly. It had this weird sort of faded, grainy filter applied to it. And the haunting visions themselves really made it clear that Min's viewings are more curse than gift.
And what about episode 5?
So for episode 5, I'm going with the shot of Elaine and Nynaeve arriving at Falm. I'm a sucker for a silhouette and a sexy sky gradient. The camels, the desert, the night sky, the whole scene had a beautiful biblical quality to it. Again, another very, very pretty establishing shot. So, as things stand at the end of episode 5, Rand has just fallen asleep and found himself attached to some sort of bondage wheel at the mercy of a sexy leather Lanfear. Where do you think that's going?
I guess he's going to try and convince her that he loves her, and I guess use her to find out more about Ishamael and the Dark One's plans.
Rand the undercover lover. What did you think of the costume Lanfear's wearing at the end?
I really didn't notice it in as much detail. It didn't have as large an impression on me as it did you.
Just those lace-up boots. I didn't know they had that sort of fashion. But then maybe it's something from the Age of Legends that she's wearing. I mean, to me, she did look a little bit like a villain from Power Rangers, but
yeah, or Snow White.
Or Snow White. She's definitely giving Evil Queen vibes.
Yeah, Maleficent, I think that's what I meant. Is she in Snow White?
That's Sleeping Beauty.
Oh.
And Rand currently is a Sleeping Beauty, so it fits.
True.
The big question is, where do episodes 4 and 5 sit in your whole season ranking currently?
So I think as it stood, I had episode 2 on top, then 3, then 1. I'd probably just slot these in above them, to be honest. I think episode 5 right at the top, then 4, then 2, 3, 1. I mean, things are developing, they're getting more interesting, so I don't think it's too much of a surprise.
Fingers crossed that episodes 6, 7 and 8 just continue this pattern and go all the way up. So thank you everybody for watching our non-book reader review of episodes 4 and 5 of season 2 of The Wheel of Time. If you're enjoying these reviews, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
I'd love to hear other people's favourite Moraine moments, so please do leave a comment below. and tell us what you thought of these 2 episodes.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.